Yesterday, I walked past the September 11 Memorial in New York. It's hard to believe it's been almost 25 years since that day. And yet, the conflicts that fueled that tragedy over religion, power, and identity are still with us. Today, Israel continues to face questions not just of war and peace, but of existence. What it means to be both Jewish and democratic in a world that often challenges both. On October 7th, I was at the Nova Music Festival in southern Israel. I was there because my brother-in-law, Ophir Amir, invited me to join with friends to the festival. 4 of us drove down from Tel Aviv. We had an apartment in Sderot. I remember standing there, looking at the city and saying, they invested so much. It's so beautiful. But if I lived here, I would want to live in the center. So if something happens, you're not the first. The Nova Music Festival was special. There was something magical. The music, the faces, the atmosphere. Until 6/29, hundreds of missiles above us. We're Israelis. We've been through rocket attacks before. We were all former combat soldiers, so we stayed calm. In that moment, it felt safer to stay in the parking lot than to try to leave under fire. Only after the major traffic jam and the pictures I've received on my phone, we decided to leave. That was about 7:45. Looking back, many others that left earlier had already been killed trying to escape. Fate, luck, instincts, I still wonder. At 8, we passed a police blockade on 232, the death road, and turned east towards the fields. At 8:15, machine gun fire erupted. Run, we shouted in the car, and we ran for 5 hours and 9 miles. And only while running did we begin to understand the horror unfolding behind us. Eventually, we reached the Reem military base. It felt like a scene from The Walking Dead. Luckily, a random man with a pickup truck took us to Patish, in a moshav in southern Israel. The hardest part of that day wasn't the running, it was the house we ended up in. Every 15 minutes, someone got a phone call. Another friend, a cousin, a parent, missing, murdered, kidnapped. I survived. My friend survived. Ophir survived, being shot in both legs. But 1,200 people did not. October 7th was not just a terrorist attack. It was a wake-up call for Israelis and for Jews around the world. Israelis often try to live normal lives, pushing aside the surrounding threats. But those threats don't go away just because we don't look at them. As Jews, we realized that we are encountering the same hatred that we faced in the 1930s. It's not because we're Zionists, it's because we're Jews. I once dreamed of getting an MBA. Today, Jewish students on campuses, no matter their political view, are harassed for being who they are. But still, I'm optimistic. Our history is filled with pain. Yes, but also with resilience. We rise, we rebuild, we move forward. They can chase us, they can threaten us, but we know how this story ends. And tonight, I'm honored to be here with AJC among people who care deeply about making the world safer and more comfortable for Jews, for Israelis, for all of us. That's why I chose to speak after the Nova massacre. We cannot afford to be silent, and we should never be ashamed of who we are. As we stand together now in strength and unity, we carry one shared message in our hearts. Bring them home now. The spirit of unity, along with the resilience of the Jewish people, is what we celebrate when we move from the soberness of Yom HaZikaron to the joy of Yom HaAtzmaut, Israeli Independence Day. And now, in the same spirit, I'd like to invite the AJC ACCESS Israel delegation back to the stage to join me in singing Hatikvah. As we raise our voices in Israel's national anthem, may we remember the hope and the enduring dreams that unite us all, today and always. Am Yisrael Chai.